Welcome to Andy Reviews Candy. My name's Andy, and I review candy.
Andy Reviews Candy.
Today we're taking a look at the York Peppermint Patty. You see, when I was a youngin', I never really had peppermint patties because my mom always made them sound like they were adult candy, so I never tried them until I was maybe 12 or 13. With that being said, was it worth trying them? When you're a kid and you look at a package that says 70% less fat, you think, well, either it's 70% less good or it's 70% smaller. However, the York Peppermint Patty boasts a sensation, so it has to be good, right? I guess we'll just have to pop this thing open and find out. Here we have the York Peppermint Patty in all dark chocolate peppermint goodness. You can see it's all covered in dark chocolate and stuff. And yeah, we're gonna pop this thing open and look, it's white peppermint. As you probably expect from something called peppermint patty, this is a very strong scent of peppermint. It's much stronger than the scent of dark chocolate. I'm sure it's pretty cheap dark chocolate. Well, that doesn't mean it can't be good. However, the peppermint is probably going to really overshadow that anyway, so it doesn't really matter, most likely. I almost forgot to talk about surface texture. It's pretty bumpy on the top. I wouldn't exactly call it ripples. It's more of an imperfection of anything, and you can see the imperfections right here, but yeah, I mean, what do you expect? It's factory made, that's what happens. Let's give this thing a try. I'm actually a pretty big fan of York Peppermint Patties. However, as a critic, I must say they're not perfect. I'd argue that the mint ratio is a little high. I would probably go for slightly thicker dark chocolate. Not much thicker, but maybe like a millimeter on each side. The other thing with any kind of mint candy that can be difficult is it can often overpower the other flavors. I think Andy's mints actually accomplish a very nice ratio, which I'll have to talk about some other time. And for those who like to binge eat, peppermint patties aren't often the best for that. I actually find that with peppermint patties, the more I eat, the less I like it. I think it's just because mint is one of those things that, you know, you take a little bit at a time, you enjoy it for what it is, but when you constantly throw it at yourself, it can become a little overpowering and tiresome. So when it said, Andy, you gotta eat 20 peppermint patties, I could probably eat 2 or 3, but personally, after that, I'd feel a little exhausted. And don't get me wrong, stuff's good. But unlike some other mint-flavored candies, I can't say I can eat a ton of them. They're just kind of, they wear out on you. Now you might say, Andy, who cares? Serving size is one package. Now let me put it this way. If I wanted to, I could probably eat 20 Butterfinger bars. Just because they're just that good. Maybe it's just something you learn to love with age, but I know some much, much better mint-flavored candies than this one.